Hey. Welcome to Galactic Guardians family. What's up, family? You got your sister Meg over here playing around with you.
Hello, dear ones. Tsunami Diamond here. We're so excited to be back again with you. And today we are going to be diving into a very pressing matter that is urgent and time sensitive, which we really feel there's no time to waste. And we need to get this message out to inform and educate those of you listeners of what's going on right now on the planet. We are connected to many different high-level individuals, both in high-level white hat government individuals, top-level bankers on the global scale and national scale. And we've been hearing through the wire what's going on behind the scenes, as there is some big agendas at play to be rolled out around the world that have to do with a rollout of a social credit system and a brand new financial centralized digital system. So that's what we're going to be talking about today.
So what I believe it's about taking action to stop what we don't want to happen. For us to focus inward and follow our inner guidance system. What is our heart guiding us to do? What are the nudges that are coming forward? And are there nudges that keep coming up, but you are not acting on those nudges? And so right now it's really important for us to start joining together and acting on the nudges and on what we are being guided to do as a collective, though as our own individual being a creator, of being this source of energy, of being this superhuman superhero. So Sue, hit it off with some wisdom from what we've been learning over here from all of these magical people that are deep into dismantling different agendas that do not serve humanity or do not serve Earth.
Yeah. So I mean, the first thing I want to say is this: none of these agendas, these things that the powers that used to be or are trying to still be trying, all of these agendas only work with people accepting and complying with them first and foremost. So that's why it's so important that we understand what's really going on right now in regards to these agendas. So that way we can really make an informed decision and say no if you don't want to go along with these, because I'm going to dive into a little bit about what does this mean, social credit system. Well, this social credit system like this has already been rolled out for quite some time over in China, in a communist country of China, where they rolled out already their centralized digital yen currency. The citizens of China, the way that this social credit system works is people get segregated into different classes. And when everyone is getting paid currencies and their biometrics and all of these things that tie to this very in-depth technology system that's been being developed to be what that means is, let's say you buy something, you could sometimes go and try and spend your money and get denied buying something, get denied going somewhere. Being controlled of what you can and can't do, what you can and cannot buy, where you can and cannot go, similar to the movies The Hunger Games. And obviously this is something not want to comply with, because it is an agenda for mass control, mass surveillance, and it's only going to work with mass compliance. So that's why when you see what's kind of gone on in regards to the last few years on the planet, in regards to the C Word initiative and that rollout with these vaccines that have been now coming out to show what's really going on with them and the problems behind them and all of that, which I'm not going to really dive into much here. But you can do your own research. I definitely urge you to do your research on those kind of things if you haven't already done so. But what it is, there's these agendas at play here for a plan that's been put together for a very long time of, let's just say, world domination, right? Versus the other path moving forward, because we're at this precipice of two paths, such the native tribes spoke about, which is on Prophecy Rock, where it speaks about the prophecy of coming a time where we will have a choice of two paths lying before us, two timelines. We have a choice of this dystopian future, one world order government path, where it has to do with part of this initiative that we're talking about today, this social credit system, segregation, further segregation of people, more control, right? Or we have the other path, the New Earth path, you can call it, the ascension of humanity path, which has been prophesized by so many different religions and tribes throughout history, and even talked about in the book of Revelations in the Bible, of this time we're at right now, this time of a battle between light and dark on the planet. This isn't just about left or right of Republicans or Democrats. No, this is something far greater. This is a spiritual war. This is prophet times where we all need to make a choice, because we live in a free will universe. We all have a choice, but if we yes and we comply, we give up our will. We give our compliance. So that's why I'm wanting to bring this to the forefront right now for those of you that might not know, because it goes. I mean, it's not exactly known of when they're trying to roll out this system, but it could be very soon. There's some major things they're supposed to take at the end of this month. They're already getting ready to roll out this whole social credit, centralized digital currency system out in Germany as a test zone. And there's been major contracts taking place with global financial systems to this whole new digital currency system. So there really is no time to wait. And we need to do our part as much as we can to educate as many people that maybe have just no clue as to what's going on, or what's going on in regards to some of these other initiatives.
Yeah, great. And fam, this has actually been, I would say, a trap, an agenda, a lower creational vibrational frequency that's been played on humanity for hundreds to thousands of years. I mean, we're looking at like 500,000 plus years of games, which is okay. It's part of this creation. But what is awesome is, since this is part of this creation, we now have awakened to realizing what is right and what is wrong, what serves humanity and Earth and what does not serve humanity and Earth. So as these systems become dismantled and are shoved in front of our face to quote unquote conform, then we the people, we are the ones, since we are source creator, we are the creation of energy. It's up to us to choose if we are going to conform. And we're going to get deeper into, well, what are we going to conform to? And right, it's just like, wow, this is wild. So We know this is freaking wild, yo. This is so freaking wild. So if humanity speaks up, from what we're going to tell you in this podcast, if we start joining together in unity and using our powerful tools that your creator gave you, whoever your creator is, whoever you believe your creator is, gave you a mouth, gave you hands to create, gave you feet to go explore, to go make movement. If we speak up and take action and we start communicating what is going on simply in general around us, within us, and with these systems, then we start using our superpowers again, which is what the plan is truly to be. As we as a collective start ascending to higher levels and deeper truth, the dispelling of the agendas that do not serve us, that do not serve humanity or the multiverse, we then start communicating with one another and break out of the shell of being, break out of the box that we've been put in or told to conform, to play around in this little box that just doesn't serve the greatest of expanding the human consciousness of being. So we step into this movement and we choose to not conform. Rather than being pushed to conform, we are being shown that we, the people, are the ones that choose what is right for humanity and Earth, not whom is pushed. So what's really important is also when we hear information like this, you have to be that stern, superhuman, super being, and you have to visualize. You don't have to, but this is a great thing. Visualize golden light energy. You know, you're putting your galactic warrior suit on and you're protecting your aura, and your shield is here and activating your being. And it's important that each human is proper with your thinking right now. So if we're standing in the worry and the fear, like, oh shit, what? Nah, if we're playing in their fields and we're eating any of their energy, of the lower agenda's energy, and we're believing that this is going to happen, then all you're doing is feeding that energy to rise and to be so. So this is our planet. This is humanity's planet. This is Earth's planet. And we, each one of us, it's important for us to be wise with our thoughts and our emotions and what we speak out and what we're receiving, because we only want to bring into our being the truth of what we want to produce, the truth of what we want to feel, the truth of what we want to see. Yes, it's good to bring awareness to everyone so that we're rippling into the ears, rippling into the heart of what other agendas are going on. But ultimately, we, the people, have the power to shift the games at all times, shift the timelines at all times. And that's a part of this really cool game that we're stepping into and realizing, oh, shoot, we got the power. That's epic. Heck yeah, yo. Oh, yeah, rock on. And with that, again, stern, strong, happy, lovable. You want to be at a frequency of love, wisdom, and knowledge, but produce the truth that is coming forward for you. And if there's chaos in the being, which very much so could be happening to a lot of people because we're going through the death and rebirth cycle right now, and then it's important to find ways to rewire yourself, to put dedication in the mornings, dedication in loving yourself and serving yourself, to find the balance of learning how to connect with your spirit and your soul first, so that you're retrieving the right messages, the right feelings, so that your mind, your ego is not looping you or trying to direct you. Because very much so, we have a bunch of different entities. We could also call those entities other agendas or other beings from this planet and other planets coming forward to our planet right now. speaking of that, the development of CERN. And that, the whole name of it itself, and we'll go into this a little deeper, we'll tell you the name of CERN. Do you know the name of CERN? What it stands for, Sue?
Well, it's related to a very dark being name. I forget the name right now. It doesn't even need to be said, but it's definitely associated with Luciferian agendas.
Yeah.
And what's taking place with CERN, of course, on the media, they're trying to make it all cool. They try to confuse people to make it think it's good by calling it the God particle. All these kind
really?
of things. But it's yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so totally the opposite.
Complete opposite, because essentially they're opening up black holes to dark dimensions.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is biblical stuff. This was even written in the book of Revelations. What's going on right now here?
I mean, it's written in a lot of books.
Oh, yeah.
It's like right here for us to see. All you got to do is study a bit. I mean, and it's everywhere. And so the wisdom that we're being shown, and it's not just by other people talking, we are at a point of evolvement where we are retrieving very direct messages from source, creator, whoever your leader is, your God. We're receiving very direct messages, and they're messages from purity. They're not distorted messages. And that's why a lot of us are coming out to start speaking, to show people what is really going on, which is super cool, dude. We're playing an epic game. This is freaking epic. Real talk. Like, we don't want it to be boring, right? And let's just hit this scene again with CERN. So Tsunami said that they're producing spaces of dark holes, which is an open portal for entities to come from different locations, but they're really focused on entities coming from below the ground. That's a part of what the word CERN means. And maybe while I'm talking, you can try to figure out the definition of CERN. That would be awesome over here. And as these beings are coming into this portal, they've come to serve dark agendas. This freaking sucks, but look there's a lot of light being produced on the planet. We have guardians. Every human has their own guardians, believe it or not. Like, it is what it is, and this is so true. And there's a lot of beings and our creator just serving a great amount of light so that we can figure the game out, because we don't want to dismantle Earth. We've already gone through that. Earth has already been wiped away. We want to be the ones that actually evolve the Earth, and that's where our shift is right here. And so as they're opening up all these portals for other entities to come to our Earth, beings from other star nations are coming to our Earth, galactic beings of love and light, and galactic beings from a dark agenda, reptilian nature, and there's other dark agendas. Let's not get into the names.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter. Let's just say that truth is stranger than fiction a lot of times. you know? And, I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
Oh, okay. So these entities are basically hired from the dark agenda, and they're here to distract us. So what type of distraction will you feel? Anxious, chaotic in the mind if you're not putting your protection around you, just really losing time, like it's just, which is fine, time is slipping away anyways, but it's not fine when you're not being productive and being the creator that you came here to be. Starting to spread confusion through different portals, such as the internet and TVs. So they're here being hired. It's wild, being hired from this agenda. So here it is. Just be aware that this is 1,000,000,000% something that is going on, and just be aware. Simple as that, yo. Just be aware, dude.
And bottom line is, although these agendas are going on, I'm just going to say it straight up. The light has already won.
Totally.
All we need to do is each and every day okay, it's okay to be aware. It's good to be aware so you can make an informed decision in regards to where you're giving your compliance, like we said, right? But the bottom line is you should be focusing at least 80% of your energy on what you want, the new, all the magic, the beauty that's unfolding,
Yes.
the timeline that lies before us of the new earth, of ascended humanity, of heaven on earth, of all of these magical creations that are starting to birth around the world from all of these amazing individuals that have been getting the downloads and the blueprints for what needs to be brought forth on the planet, such as Meg and I have been getting those and relentlessly working towards bringing these creations to fruition all around the world. And all of these other systems, yes, we're not trying to sit here and say, oh, the money fiat systems that currently exist now are amazing and we should keep those and we shouldn't move to this other system. No, neither of them are good. Most of the systems on the planet that we've been living with are broken systems designed to serve the few and not the many. So that's why it's so imperative that we do build all new systems, all new healthcare, all new financial systems, all new ways of living and working and being that serve us in the highest good, that serve Gaia and the planet in the highest good. And the more of those on the planet that wake up and decide to choose that path and decide to put their energy towards love and light and the new creations versus dropping into fear and hopelessness, knowing what's going on the planet on that side of the playing field, as these systems are collapsing and the forces that used to be are trying to hang on to try and still distract people and get people in a state of fear. But the moment we choose love and we take care of our temples and we take care of ourselves, just as Meg was talking about, and we nurture ourselves so our mind's not in confusion and running wonky thoughts, and we have clarity and peace inside, then we're impenetrable.
Yeah. Then no agenda that doesn't serve humanity could actually even come into your field and even bombard your mind. You've mastered yourself into becoming the vibrational frequency of light, of love. And that's very intriguing too. It's part of this creation. So it's all about putting one step forward, enjoying the day, creating. What are you being guided to create? And then taking another step forward and creating. And yeah, if you need some relaxing time, then relax. That's totally cool and groovy. So we're taking steps forward. We're following our inner guidance system. What are the nudges? Speak out loud. Share wisdom to people. Share this wisdom with like the people that are running certain cities. Because when people have wisdom in front of them, if they don't know, then the soul gets to choose if they're going to take the right step or not.
Yeah. Exactly.
So can you just touch in a little more? I know you took some notes, Tsunami, and I just want to talk a little more about the videos we've been listening to and what else our other guardians are talking about that's happening, to be aware of, or to spread some more awareness so that we as a unit, all of us other guardians, we can say, oh, you know, I have a good niche. I'm good at that. I can move wheels on that.
So it seems like those are two different things. You know, I don't really want to get too much more into the other things, but there's some wonky stuff going on, such as these bug farms that they're building around the world right now in different places to massively produce insect protein for food supplies.
Yeah. It's wild that you say that, because today we were shown a video from our guardians, and then earlier I was randomly on another video that another guardian shared with me, and it was farms making insects for people to eat, and how they're talking about insects not being proper for people to eat because it doesn't have the right irons in it. It's missing specific components.
Oh yeah. No.
And also people in the media, they're gonna start rolling out and already rolling out. This is so wild, right, guys? Like, Jesus, gosh. Anyways, they're starting to roll out celebrities eating bugs. What's that one movie? She was a witch. And she tickles her nose.
Bewitched.
That the girl from Bewitched. They just rolled out a commercial of her eating worms. So these are people. I mean, I loved her, man. I loved her, dude. Man, twisted. So there's a lot of celebrities. This was like the number one scene, especially in LA. People come down, they're hungry, man, and they want to become famous. All right, here you go. Eat the cookie, yo. You want the red pill or the blue pill? Here you go. Now you're conformed under our rules. You're gonna listen to us. We'll give you everything you want, but we're gonna need you to be a face, and you're gonna do this, and you're gonna do this. And so then we become friends with these celebrities. We like them. And then do we follow their lead? Are they role models and leading us? We got to be aware of what's going on all of these deep states right now, especially with the movie scenes and the celebrity scene. There's a huge trick being played on humanity. And right now they're getting paid more than they've ever been paid, because right now is the tipping point. And they want to feed humanity with as much nonsense and bullshit as they can to try to grab the people.
Yeah.
Anything else, Sue?
One thing I want to say in regards to farming, in regards to a protein source, it's a far, far better solution for farming protein is algae farms are phenomenal source of protein and all sorts of nutrients, as well as they serve two purposes. Algae farms, not only do they purify and can remove toxins from water sources, they also produce an abundant amount of oxygen for our planet.
Yeah.
So instead of bug farms, algae farms is a much better solution. And I don't know, they say you are what you eat. I don't know what eating a bunch of bugs is going to do for people energetically.
I mean, I don't watch the news or anything like that anymore. I'm completely off TV. If anything, I watch a cartoon here and there, but which I highly recommend for a lot of people too. If we don't feed ourselves with nonsense, then all you got to do is keep building the light in you, keep being the creation that you came here to be, and your space is not bombarded. You're not conforming, and within time, we take down the systems, and then we build this fun little magical creation on Earth and in the multiverse. Also, we wanted to share a few tips, you guys. It's so easy to build your own garden. You can have an in-home garden, in-home herbs. It's so easy to eat healthy. It's so easy. All of these unhealthy places and foods and so forth, they're going to start just being dismantled anyways. I mean, they're taking wheat away and corn. I mean, all of that stuff is already tampered with. So ideally, the dark agenda is also really helping the light agenda, whether they wish to believe that or not. it's just happening, and the light is winning because we are shifting to the golden age, and that is that, yo. So I just want to give a freaking epic high five to everyone because we made it this far. And how freaking epic is that we made it this far, and throughout all of these hundreds of thousands of years, we're actually going to and have already just dismantled the agendas that don't serve humanity and that have been entrapping humanity for eons. That's freaking epic. We've been traveling, family.
And I think you touched on a good point there in regards to these dark agendas actually helping for the good, because like things are getting so wonky that people are starting to get fed up. People are starting to realize and seeing through the lines and starting to pull their veil off and actually starting to question, which is great. Yeah, it's time. And we also have a lot of assistance coming in on the planet right now. Both Gaia, Earth, is raising in vibration, and we're at any point now, very soon, this whole long-awaited great solar flash is going to take place, and it's going to be a massive spark of awakening for those that still have not awakened, and a massive trajectory forward and raising of vibration and consciousness for those even that already are awakened. So we got a lot of exciting, amazing things in store that will further help us in paving the way forward for a future that serves the greatest good for all, where we can truly step into our passions, our purpose, community, and love.
Yeah, and as you're saying that, I'm being shown to speak out and say, hey, family, we can really pump this up and get us to the next levels of ascending, of happiness, of dream building, and really good feeling if we start spending more time on ourselves and serving love to ourselves and to the people around us, and just producing more love, more light, really going in and doing more body activations, going and taking some studies, going and exploring the worlds and being in nature, because there's such thing called the Schumann resonance, and it is basically a scale that scales what our vibrational frequency is each day. And if we're all at a higher frequency of happiness and joy, then the resonance rises. And as soon as the resonance rises to a certain peak, that's when we'll have the solar flash. And so if we can all come together and just freaking have a great time, but a healthy great time, that doesn't mean intake dark agendas. Like, all right, a healthy good time, got it. What's not a healthy good time? Snorting a line of Coke. I'm sorry, you're putting in a dark agenda. It is what it is. Drinking a bunch of liquor. I'm sorry, you're putting in a bunch of entities that could be playing around in the dark agendas. It is what it is. So it's all about understanding the keys and the game of this creation that we're playing here. And right now we can actually come together to raise the frequency, to hit the solar flash even sooner, so we stop all of this extra nonsense that we really don't even want to play around with anyways.
Exactly. It's time, and exciting times ahead.
Yeah, it's totally cool, dude. We're all superheroes. Let's rock on. I mean, you know what? We can all work on this at 11:11, morning and night, every day. It even can be for the rest of our lives. We all join together. And a lot of us have been channeled to do this, and a lot of us are doing this. I've got a sister that tells me that she's talking to the dragon families and talking to other entities of love and light and councils, and she's just sitting next to a tree and getting direct messages for humanity, and the messages are just next level. But at 11:11, rather go outside into nature for a moment get barefooted, go into a meditation, visualize the highest, most fun timeline that serves your heart, the highest, most fun timeline that serves Earth, and feel it, bring in the senses, the smell, the taste, and so forth. And this is gonna just rapidly ignite us.
Yes, it will. Yes, it is. And send even love and light to those dark agendas and people, because they need love and light too. And that's how we can transmute and alchemize the darkness, is with love.
Great ideas, Tsunami. That's actually amazing, because that's a total key, you guys. If you're having any dark experiences, or like the first part of our episode, we're talking about, hey, this is some of the systems that are being placed in front of us, and these agendas are trying to do this. What we could really do is just breathe and direct love to them, direct light to them, because we are the creation of energy and we are the directors. Namaste, fam.
Namaste. We love you all. Thank you for joining us. Until next time.
Rock and roll! Galactic Guardians out.